Hello everyone, welcome back to another Vicky's Likes. My husband Sergio, we are in Port St Lucie and we're at a show here in Port St Lucie for the Orchid Society.
We drove Friday, we were at Orchids in Bloom in Apopka, Florida. We drove 200, almost 300 miles to cover the Bonnet House Orchid Show. Beautiful video, beautiful event.
Beautiful,
now,
yes.
On the way back, on the east coast of Florida, we stopped in Port St Lucie, and we have the vendors that we know.
Yes, we do.
Other vendors. So let's go inside and check it out.
Hi, how are you? Everything good?
Oh, you guys are traveling all this weekend.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good, good.
The babies, sorta, kind of.
So you guys went up to Apopka,
Yeah.
Apopka, Bonnet House, up
Bonnet
here.
House, and now you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We said we have vendors that we know, and this lady we know very well. There she is.
Welcome back.
Perfect. This wasn't prepared, okay? But she's camera. She loves the cameras. She loves being in video.
Because you guys always want me to talk, so I gotta make sure the viewers know all the information that we're talking about at the show, so everyone can have nice, happy, healthy orchids at home too, no matter where in the States they are.
Awesome.
We just get really spoiled in South Florida with lots of sun and lots of warm temps and lots of rain. Our water bills may not be as high as some other people.
I know.
We get spoiled.
We're gonna come around.
Yes? I have an whatever it is. The orchid is sold out almost. But I'm gonna pick it up on my way out. This is for a channel that you like.
Right here in the center we have 3 tables, and these are from 3 different societies. The members for each society have presented their plants, and they were AOS judged. On the outer part here we have also tables, and they have also been judged in the AOS judging, but they also belong to the vendors. So we're going to be showcasing each of these tables all around here. And outside we have vendors all along. I have a very important person here, Barbara Robinson, and please tell me a little bit about yourself and the history here with you and the orchids, and a little bit more. She's going to explain everything.
Hope I can. Okay, my full name is Barbara Robinson, and my husband was Vivian Robinson, and he passed away
Sorry to hear that.
4 years ago. He got interested in orchids from Jamaica because he had his master's in agronomy. And so after retirement, he decided he was going to go full into orchids. And so we lived in Pembroke Pines at the time,
Okay.
and we had applied for a permit to build a shade house. My husband, in the meantime, had gone to the University of Miami for a year and got a certificate in the culture of orchids. And we waited and waited on the city for the permit to be answered. In the meantime, we had bought properties in Port St Lucie, and he got kind of fed up with the city and decided to move up here. We had had a house built and it was rented, and so he decided to move up here. And so we sold and we migrated up here from Pembroke Pines in the late 1994.
Okay.
Whilst we were in Pembroke Pines, he belonged to the Miramar Orchid Society. And that society was not connected to the American Orchid Society at that time. When we moved up here with maybe about 300 orchids.
Oh.
We had a shade house built, 100 by 60 shade house, and he continued to be more aggressive in his orchids. And so right away he joined the Port St Lucie Orchid Society. He joined the Martin County Orchid Society. Vero Beach
Wow,
Orchid
he was
Society.
a busy person.
Yes, and also, of course, Port St Lucie was his choice because we lived here. He also hosted the first judged orchid show for the city of Port St Lucie. And that was held at the First United Methodist Church up off Prima Vista Boulevard. It was held in the community center at that time, which was owned by Indian River College, State College. He continued, and we became orchid, cravers, because at one point we had like 5,000 or 6,000 orchids at home.
Wow.
In trees, in the shade house, in the patio, everywhere. And he had a business. And so we were able to go to the big commercial growers from north, east, west, and south to purchase our orchids. And we participated in all the shows. Port St Lucie Orchid Society now began to have shows regularly. And he was very instrumental in getting the shows together. He was show chair, he was president, and we have had a lot of orchids awarded and named after us, both for my husband and myself. As time went by and age grew, my husband found out that he was not able to manage. And so he gave up the business, but he still continued to be a very active member, giving lectures and demonstrations on the culture of orchids.
Okay.
When the Port St Lucie administration decided to build the botanical garden here in Port St Lucie, we were one of the first ones that was invited by Mr. Cooper to the first meeting that he presented. And we became members for life at the Botanical Gardens. The Botanical Gardens had a place there for the orchids, and so my husband was instrumental in getting the orchid room going. He would come home and he would take a ladder and ties, and he would be up on the trees and tying on orchids there himself. And he had our next neighbor was Michael Bond, and they too would go down and take care of the orchids twice a week, on a Tuesday and on a Thursday from 9 to sometimes by the time he gets home it's 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
And the orchids there are flourishing now. It's on the new management and changes, which is very good.
So his legacy continues.
His legacy continues.
Very good.
And I myself, after he passed, I had to downsize quite a bit.
Okay.
I downsized, and my first choice was to offer to Port St Lucie Orchid Society and to Fort Pierce.
Okay.
We had to give up the membership to Martin and to Vero,
Okay.
and I am still a member of Port St Lucie Orchid Society and also Fort Pierce.
Okay.
And as you can see, my health has deteriorated quite a bit, and so I'm not able to do what I would love to do, but whatever I can, I help.
That's good. I'm glad that you continue at least something.
Yes, I do.
Something is something.
I have about maybe 20 or 30 orchids at home
Okay.
just to keep me going.
They keep you busy.
Yes.
Yes,
And
they
so
keep you busy.
that should be.
We are so happy that we
Yes.
met you and your testimony. Can we say testimony?
Yes.
It's so wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yes, my husband introduced the mounting on coconuts
Okay.
and demonstrated how to prepare the coconut, physically. And he loved that, you see. Because he's been an agriculturist from childhood. His parents were farmers. His dad had a coconut farm. I grew up on the farm with my grandparents, and it was the same thing. We had the horse, the mule, the donkeys, the chickens, the goats, the sheep, everything, goats,
Yes.
rabbits, guinea pigs, dogs, cats.
Wow.
Nice.
So, and today at church, this is off.
No,
Today
it's
at
on.
church.
It's on. It's on.
You don't want this part in?
You don't put this.
Well, if you want to. Today at church, we had a group of missionaries that just returned from Cuba.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I'm from
And-
Cuba.
Yes.
Yes. Cabasso.
¿Qué pasó?
Capasso, yes.
¿Qué pasó?
Right, and our pastor
Communism.
is Cuban. And so they just came back and they were talking about, people having to walk 6 miles to church. Well, let me tell you, when I was growing up, I walked 5 miles to school one way,
Yes.
4 days a week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we wanted to tell you, 94 years old, she did that. Nowadays, young people, unfortunately, they can't walk 1 block because it's too much.
Right.
And also, look at the way she dresses.
Dapper, like, oh my
Whatever
gosh.
happened, and we think that we dress a little better. We're not judging anybody, but we admire how
Yes.
people used to dress. And I'm happy to see you,
Well,
Yes.
I grew up in Jamaica, which was British.
yes,
And so there was a thing with the British.
yes,
And my grandparents were staunch churchgoers. And so the clothes we wore to school did not wear at home. The clothes we wore to church did not wear. And maybe it was 2 suits, 2 dresses,
Yes.
And when I grew out mine, you got it.
Yes.
You grew out your shoes, I got it. Boy or girl, it didn't matter.
Right. Right.
So,
yeah.
today I go back to my country and the kids have bus. If they don't have a bus, they don't go to school.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
It's sad, but
Yes.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
And hopefully, all those young people that are getting into orchids are going to carry the torch.
Yes.
I hope so.
Yes.
I hope so.
Yeah. Thank you again.
It's a
And
pleasure
for
meeting
sharing.
you. I'm so happy.
Yeah, and your name?
I'm Virginia. My
Virginia.
nickname is Vicky, and my husband's Sergio.
Sergio.
Yeah.
And Vicky.
And
That's
Vicky.
good.
Right.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm glad we have you on our video forever.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
And we'll keep going around and showing the beautiful orchids.
Yes, I've seen so many. Nothing new, but beautiful.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah. And there is an orchid. Here it is. This orchid,
The
was-
yellow, like the
this
greenish one.
the cochlear.
Oh yes.
This is the original black orchid, and this is from Jamaica. Jamaica was the only place you could find that.
Encyclia,
Oh.
that's an encyclia, correct or no?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It
this
looks
is it.
like an encyclia.
Yeah, and it's cochleata.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
it's cochleata.
Yes.
And it's named after a baron because, Jamaica used to export a lot of bananas.
Uh-huh.
And this grows so wild in Jamaica that they used to
Really?
use it as packing.
Oh, my.
And
Really?
so- yeah. And so this baron bought a box of bananas, and when he opened it and saw this, he threw it in his flower garden. And they bloomed, and so he took it to Kew Gardens,
Yes.
and they discovered that it was a black orchid, and so it was named after him.
Oh my.
Yeah.
You heard it here
Here.
in Vicky's Likes.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know how many of you
Know
know
that-
this.
Yes.
but we're gonna run it by Josh. Okay, we're gonna
So-
teach Josh something.
Yes.
Yeah. So this grows wild in Jamaica because Jamaica, you know, the southern part of Jamaica is dry and very rocky because of the volcanoes. Okay, and so you find these on the rocks and the volcanic rocks
Wow.
in Jamaica. Yeah. So, and it's a species has never been crossed. This is how it looks like, and I guess they took that for the black.
And I'm sorry, but you know, it kind of like looks like something that belongs in the deep sea. You know, like a
Yeah,
jellyfish. You
yeah.
know how they go like
Right,
this?
yeah.
Yes.
So, but that's your cochleata,
Beautiful.
and that's the first black orchid.
beautiful.
Now, there's another orchid that I think it's from Puerto Rico, but this is different.
Okay.
This is not as deep. So,
And I love the way it looks inside. It has like, it's like a circle and then it has,
yeah, the splashes of green in between.
yes,
Yeah.
so
By the way,
beautiful.
Vicky, we have that orchid. Okay.
Oh, right.
So now you know where it comes from.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Thank you again.
Thank
so
you
much.
so
Okay,
much.
yeah.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
All right, Vicky, it was good to meet you.
Thank you. Thank
so,
you.
hope sometimes I see you.
Of course, yes. Thank you.
I wish I had a punch with like all the punches.
This display here is from Martin County, as we see here. This display is from Fort Pierce Orchid Society. That's a beauty right there. Beautiful. It almost looks porcelain. Wow. That's a beautiful plant. Oh, look, this is the one that we bought from Smiley. Hello.
Licaste, red jewel.
Yes. I love the displays with all the bees. We have Vero Beach Orchid Society. This is just calling me.
I know. Which one is that? I was gonna say George King.
George King. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this is like the third time. Remember that's where we saw it at Tamayan?
Waldorf Orchids out of
From,
New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey. And look at that one on top. Wow. That's Renanthera monachica. Wow, that's a beauty.
Just like you.
Thank you.
Look at Vicky today in pink. It's so sexy and nice and beautiful. Back to the orchids.
Wow. Sal Chia y Yellen. Oh, we always the orchids. You have them? Yeah. No, she knows us. We're gonna.
Ready, action.
Right? Here I am. This is J&J Unique Orchids. So the ones that we're showcasing now are from the vendors.
Look at this beauty here.
That's a beauty.
I still have one black one, like black The small ones are the yellow polka, and the large ones
Orange is beautiful. Wow. This is that Vanda Golden W. Yeah. That's a beauty. Right here we have Lady Vanda. There's a couple of things catching my eye here.
I know.
What is this here? Miltoniopsis, Lynn,
Miltoniopsis, yeah.
Lynn Wybe, White Queen. That's a beauty. Wow. Oh my. That is beautiful.
She's gonna smell it. She's gonna smell it. She's gonna smell it. Here she goes.
Not too much fragrance.
Nope.
No, it's just light. But
Look at this
look,
up here.
this is like, I just can't with those two colors. The three actually. This is Stephen S. Yoons crossed with Testacea.
I was gonna say that looks like a phantom.
Autumn's Orchid. Beautiful.
what makes the flower is like the raw is actually the actual benefits. So when it's
I have a surprise for you.
are known to grow weight also.
What? Oh my gosh.
For
I
those
love
of you
it.
that don't know, Virginia is Vicky. Her name is Virginia. Okay?
Yes.
And the family and friends call her Vicky.
Yes.
And Vicky likes this one.
Yes. Look what a cutie that one is.
Don't let me do it. Do let me do it.
She actually doesn't. She doesn't like that.
And we are happy to know, guys, that many of you, when you watch our videos and we show the tags or the labels, you're making a list. You're writing down what you like, and that's the purpose. So we all know what to acquire in this addiction that is hard to kick, but it's a healthy addiction. Thank you, Janae from South Africa, for your comments and your excitement. And she's one of the ones that has a long list.
Okay, we have Lori.
Yes, hi, Laurie
Please tell
McCarty.
McCarty. Please tell me, you're a member of which society?
I'm a member of the Port St Lucie Orchid Society and 3 others.
Well, you're busy also. You've got a meeting every other week, probably,
Pretty
or every
much, yeah.
week. And can you tell me about this little area, the niche table?
The niche exhibit is comprised of floral arrangements made by the members to highlight flowers that they have in their orchid collection that perhaps aren't on plants big enough to be competitive for judging. So we have 2 different sizes of niches. There's the 8-inch niches where the boxes are 8 inches high, 6 inches deep, and 4 inches wide. And those are the smaller ones that you see here. And then we have the 12-inch niches, which are 12 inches high, 6 inches wide, and 8 inches deep. I think I got that right. 12, 8, 6, yes. And again, when these get judged, they were judged this year by a man who is a floral designer. So he was looking for the overall balance of them. Most of these, I'm sure all of these are orchids from various members, and only members can enter this. These are flowers from various members' gardens, and they decided to make a floral arrangement, and there's no fee to enter, so they entered. And this year we had we didn't have any empty boxes. In fact, we had so many extras, we had to put them on top.
I see that you have numbers on the top. Wow.
Yeah, a couple
really
have already
nice.
picked up and gone home.
Oh, very
Yeah,
nice.
it's a lot of fun, and it encourages people to be creative and to think outside the box on different ways they can display their plants.
Right. Because sometimes, maybe you have it outside and you decide, I want a little clipping just so I can see it inside my house every morning the minute I wake up.
Yep, that's exactly what I do. I take small cuttings of certain orchids that aren't big enough to really display as a whole plant, and I
Yes.
put them in a little vase, and then I look at them on the counter on the shelf in my kitchen.
Nice.
So.
And they're all with water, right?
Yes, they all have water. After 3 days, some of the flowers, as you can see, are starting to wilt because orchids aren't really a flower that's made to be cut for any period of time.
Okay.
But they're all different, and they're all beautiful in their own ways.
Yes, they are. Yes. I'm sure they're proud of their flowering, their plant that flowered for them.
Yes.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It makes you proud of what you have. You've
Exactly.
accomplished a flowering plant, and you want to show it off.
Exactly, yes.
Very nice. I thank you very much.
Thank you.
For this little area. It's really nice displayed, and I'm sure the members are super proud. They all have ribbons, I see.
Yes, yes. And the judge always makes comments on the various arrangements. Sometimes they're positive, sometimes they're suggestive on how they can make improvements, so people learn from what they're doing
Yes.
and don't just walk away feeling like, oh, I don't know what I did wrong, or I don't know what he didn't like. I'm also a former beekeeper when I lived in Maryland, so I felt compelled to provide
I
information
see.
on bees this year.
Did you have honey as well?
I had a bit of honey candy.
Oh.
It's all gone. Yeah, I didn't put any honey out, but I had candy here for everybody.
Can I take one of these?
Oh, absolutely. You can take whatever you like.
Thank you so much.
There are
These
two that say bee facts, but they're different sets of facts.
Okay.
So
They're very important in this world.
I tried really hard to get an observation hive from a local bee club, but none of the bee clubs responded back to me. I must have reached out to 8 or 9 different people, and I found out where they hold their monthly meetings. I'll be there next month.
Show up. Ta-da!
Yeah, I was a beekeeper in Maryland. I had 10 hives, so I think it's really important to educate the public.
Yes.
And while bees aren't a big pollinator of orchids, they do pollinate some orchids. Like I have this particular type of orchid. It's called an epidendrum, and it's a ground orchid, and it grows outside. You probably see it in a lot of people's yards.
Yeah.
Bees definitely flock to that. They love it.
But they're also important for other plants, trees.
Exactly.
You know, they're very
the
important.
mangoes
Yes.
and the avocados particularly, yes.
So that's good to know. I'm going to take one of each.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Thanks.
Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here we are with Jean Thompson from Autumn's Orchids. And if you can tell me about, well, I can see that you sold out a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, yesterday was a really, really good day.
That's good to
And,
hear.
Year before was a little bit slower, but it was a new location for them.
Okay.
And everybody knew they were going to be here this year, so we had good turnout. And I almost brought some more plants this morning. I thought, no, it's going to be slow because it's a Sunday, and so no, I was wrong.
Wow,
But
you're
it's
just
all
left
good.
with
It's all
just
good.
a few.
Yeah, so yeah, I may sell out. We're
Good.
very, very happy about
I'm
that.
glad. And what is this?
This is my baby. This is my sideline when I'm not working at Odom's.
Oh.
This is not driftwood. This is not driftwood. This is something I came up about 3 or 4 years ago with. I was to an exhibition at the Dallas Museum of Art of the artist Marc Chagall, and there was a freeform sculpture that looked driftwood inspired. And my first thought when I saw it was, what if I could make an orchid pot that looked like driftwood?
Yes.
Everybody loves to grow their orchids on driftwood. It looks fantastic. It looks so natural. I thought, what if I could recreate that in stoneware clay? Because in time, driftwood deteriorates. It decays, it degrades, it falls apart. And I thought maybe I could make something, and it's taken a few years to refine it. I don't put any glaze on it. It's all colored clay.
Yes.
And a few hours of work for each one. It takes quite a while. I put drain holes inside
Yes.
because orchids need drainage to grow well.
Yes.
I also put holes here to put a hanger so they can be hung up.
Yes.
But it will also sit
Yes.
sit securely.
And you have two different sizes
Two
or
of them.
more?
Well, this one is about 5 inches
Yes.
in diameter. That's about 3.5. That's a small one. I do make them for custom orders. If somebody contacts me and they would like something made to order, I can do that. Those tend to be about the size range. I go up to about 6 inches in diameter. I throw them, actually just thrown on a potter's wheel, I throw them upside down.
Okay.
And it starts out like this. I close the top. When it's dry enough to work with without being mushy, I turn it upside down and put the feet on. I level it, and then I just start adding and texturing and carving and taking away, and it takes several hours to make one, and the price reflects that. They're all handmade. There's no mass production. There's no molds or anything like that.
And how can someone order if they don't come to a show or they don't see you at any event or fair?
I'm on Etsy.
Okay.
I do not yet have a website because I'm very low volume. I do this
Okay.
on my spare time. I am on Etsy. I sell these through Odom's Orchids at the nursery.
Okay.
I occasionally bring them to shows like this.
So on Etsy it would show like this.
No, on Etsy would be me.
Oh, okay.
I can show you one, or I can give you the name.
Yes.
And my cards are all gone. I didn't bring enough cards. I am Sim Anola, and that's SYM _ ANOLA.
Okay.
That's my Etsy.
Okay.
So, and I'm on Instagram as Siminola as well.
Okay.
So I have a pretty active Etsy account.
Beautiful. I love them.
Thank you. Thank
Really
you. I have
nice.
so much fun making them. It's my thing that I do when I don't do what I do.
Good. Yes. You're busy here and there then.
Yes.
You have 2 things to take care of.
Absolutely.
Well, 3, because you make them.
Yes.
You got to take 10 to these and then go to the events.
Yes, that's true.
So, yeah. Good.
But
That's
this
good.
draws it all together, though. It's all good.
Good. Nice meeting you.
You too.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Thank you. Take care.
Hope you sell these rest.
Me too.
And we finally made it to Lady Vanda, okay? And Mr. Lady Vanda, that's the name, right?
Yes, Mr.
He's
Lady
back
Vanda.
there with the girl, you know, he's a good father. And anyway, we're here and we have this specimen. We can call it a specimen, right?
Absolutely. At this age and this size, this is considered a specimen Vanda. Hopefully they start putting out little babies and kikis soon. But this is one plant, about 13 years old. A newer hybrid. It hasn't been registered yet, so still time to get it awarded and registered as well. But this is Vanda Bits' Heartthrob crossed with Fuchs Delight. And yes, that would be a hybrid from the Fuchs family of RF orchids. So this hybrid isn't from them, but one of the parents is from their lines. So that lends itself to why this is such a genetically vigorous plant. That beautiful flower. This will get a little more flat opening, and the flower will be about 4 to 5 inches in diameter. And you still got quite a few flowers left to open up at the top and that spike to spread. So this flower spike will be a very densely flowering spike, just like you see in this photo. But very vigorous growers, very hardy plants. This is absolutely a specimen size Vanda. Absolutely, right, peekaboo. Absolutely stunning to grow. These guys will do so well down here in South Florida. They've already been growing in South Florida for about 3 or 4 years now. Prior to this, they were imported from Thailand, but these are very, very, very hardy plants, very well established. We can ship these, so we will have to do a quote for shipping on these from our website, just because they are pretty large and heavy. That's probably about 10 pounds, right? It's a pretty heavy Vanda.
Yes.
Yeah, right? Like you just kind of want to like lean over.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've got several of these up here. They're all in flower and spike right now, so this is their season to shine. But these guys have just been like a main attraction at the show this weekend. So many people. It's very rare to come to an orchid show and see a plant for sale of that size, especially several being offered. But they're just absolutely stunning. They really are just very nice, healthy plants. They've been some of the favorite at the show, and I look forward to some of you guys being able to take these home sometime soon.
Great price.
Yeah, they're $140.
And if you haven't seen our video of Serena
Oh, from
us
Tammy Amy.
squeezing the brains, okay? It's a great video, okay? Don't miss it. And we thank you so much again.
No, thank you for paying a visit, guys.
Before we go,
Yes.
anything else? I see you have these here on the side. What are these here?
Oh, so these are a teeny tiny Cattleya hybrid. These are actually considered like a Browtonia hybrid with Cattleya. So this is Cattleya, why not? And This is a flower. These guys were just in flower for Tamiami. We did sell a few of them there, and we've been selling a few of them online. This is an old flower spike, but they give you this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cherry, like lipstick red with that nice golden yellow throat. So pretty small, unassuming plants when you see them, but when you see the flower spikes, they give you a nice little round ball of flowers on the end there. Most of these guys were just recently in spike, again in January, so they're not going to be flowering right away, but should be flowering again for like summer, fall time. They'll flower about twice a year for you.
Nice.
But these guys are really, really nice.
And are these here Oncidiums?
Yes, so that's a Wilsonara, so it's an Oncidium intergeneric hybrid. But these are Tropic Breeze Everglades. Okay. So this flower spike, here's one in spike, here's another one just to kind of get an idea of size of flower spike. This will get taller. This will easily reach 5 or 6 feet tall in total. At each one of these nodes, you'll get a branch that branches off. And then each one of those stems will have anywhere from about 8 to 10 flowers on them. So this will eventually be a 5, 6 foot tall flower spike that is just all flowers branching off.
This would not be a dancing lady, right?
It
looks like
it's very similar. It has a lot more of the brown coloration there if you want to zoom in here on the flowers. It's in the same family as dancing lady, so you can absolutely basket these. You can mount them to trees, to oaks, to palms like they do down in the Miami, South Florida area. You can leave them as is in pots. But they're just beautiful, beautiful plants with a nice lime green color to the foliage. So they stand out a lot when we have a lot of darker colored plants on the scene. But this is going to keep growing again. It'll be 5 or 6 feet tall before it's actually opened up all the way. Really impressive for an Oncidium hybrid because we're so used to a lot of the compact growers now coming into shows.
Yeah, very nice. Beautiful plants.
Thank you.
It's not only Lady Vandas, it's more than Vandas,
yes.
Okay?
Always, always. Vandas is definitely where we started with our business, but as hobbyists, we were already growing slipper orchids, mainly Paphiopedulum. We delved into Phagoropedium after the business started, Bulbophyllums, Dendrobiums, and we're just continuing to experiment and work with other plants and find easier ways to cultivate them at home too, because it can be kind of challenging and it can be kind of daunting to want to get into different genera and trying to figure out, well, what's the best way to bring that home and keep cultivating it with my existing collection.
Right.
So sometimes you do need to do a little bit of song and dance to bring in those oddities into your collection and make it work. And other times, it's just very minor tweaks that you might have to make, whether it be your lighting or your watering frequency. But in most cases, or the media, exactly, the size of your media even can make a big difference on your watering requirements. So we try to figure out ways to make it work on a hobbyist level to where when we come to a show, then we can say, well, what else are you growing in your area? And then kind of give you cultural cues based off of that. And just, it should be enjoyable. They take work, but it should still be enjoyable. It shouldn't be a marathon trying to figure out how to cultivate your orchid collection.
Right. And the last question, where are you going to be next?
Next weekend, we will be at Nature Coast Orchid Society show.
We'll see you there.
Oh, great.
We'll see you all there.
You guys didn't go there last year, so
No.
This year it's at a new location, so we're really looking forward to that. They're a great group. If you're on the west coast of Florida, north of Tampa area, and you're looking for a good orchid society to go to, they've got a lot of experienced growers. If you're into slipper orchids, that's your jam. That's one of the best orchid societies for slipper orchid cultivation. They've got a lot of older guys that have been doing it for longer than I've been alive, and I've learned a lot of stuff from them too, and we've traded information. So if you're on the west coast of Florida and you're into slipper orchids, or any orchid, but mainly slipper orchids, those guys have a plethora of information for cultivation.
Awesome. We'll see you guys next weekend.
Yes, we'll see you guys.
We'll see you more than our families.
Yeah, we'll be seeing all of you guys more than our families too. That's why we're bringing the baby with us everywhere.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much again. Okay?
Thank you. It was great to see you guys again.
All right. Thanks. All right. So here we are with
John
from J&J.
Unique Orchids.
Okay. And you are out of
Miami Shores.
Miami Shores. Our old town. Anyway, nice to meet you because we never met.
Yeah.
You know, were you at Tamiami
We do all the shows, yeah.
We
Tamiami,
did.
Redland.
It was so crazy that we were like, and everybody was like, it was hard to get to the vendors.
Yeah.
We apologize.
Oh,
but
yeah, no, it was-
we are here now, and I mean, you know, tell us about. That's a nice specimen there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that for sale?
Sold out. No, that's mine actually.
Okay.
I sold out. I brought a bunch and I sold out of those. So Wilson era.
You don't have a price. Do not sell price.
No, that I don't sell.
Not
I don't
for
sell
sale.
that one.
Not
No,
for
it's
sale.
Not for sale.
If Sam was here, she would want that plant. I bet you. Sung is one of our viewers that became friend, and we have a video on her collection, and she loves orchids, and she's a great customer.
Nice.
Anyway, so what do we have here? This is beautiful.
So those are Coriantes. I love very rare orchids. So this is Coriantes, Tanopias, and Gongoras. So they're from South America. I just like to have and grow different orchids that people are not used to here in USA.
So this is this.
So that one is gonna be this one.
Okay.
So this is from an award-winning plant in California. It's the largest orchid, and they smell like chocolate.
No.
So you can see it's larger than a hand.
Yeah. So this is the actual size.
That's the actual size of the
Wow.
flower.
Are you getting this?
That's the actual size.
Yeah.
And they smell
Beautiful.
like chocolate. They're amazing.
You know, this is what we're gonna do with your permission.
Yeah, of course.
This is the actual size, guys.
They're spectacular, beautiful flowers.
Wow. Beautiful. So you said it's a species?
They're species, and they're from South America.
Okay.
Yeah, very rare.
Where in South America?
You can find them from Panama, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru, so like all that area.
So where are you originally from?
I'm from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, bendito, nene.
The what?
I'm Cuban, bendito. Ay, bendito. Anyways, so what else do we have? This is beautiful. Is this a novelty?
So these are novelty Phalaenopsis.
Okay.
We also have Angrecums, which I also love Angrecums. This one is a miniature one, so that's the size. The flower actually is bigger than the plant. And I have several Angrecums, which I love.
Look at this beauty. Wow, this is beautiful. And Vicky is doing a great job back there. I needed a break. Very beautiful. I don't have my glasses.
Vandas because I love Vandas. So
Yeah. So,
I'm the guy.
so the Vanda lady or the lady Vanda and the Vanda guy.
I'm the guy.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I love Vandas. So usually fragrant Vandas.
This is beautiful.
Love Vandas that bloom 2-3 times a year. Like Mimi Palmer that blooms 4 times a year and has a fragrance. So yeah, I don't like the big ones that it's only once a year.
Yeah. So this is your display?
That's my display right there.
Yeah, we featured that display. You have any of the yellows, the yellow ones?
I sold out on those. I'll go and explain you that.
Okay. So he's gonna come around and talk a little bit about these beauties
It's
here.
actually a species. It's Denisoniana. Denisoniana, they smell like tangerine. They have a tangerine fragrance and they bloom 3 times a year.
Oh, I gotta go. I gotta smell.
Pollinator.
Yeah, they're amazing. So yeah, it's a species. And they still have
Oh
more.
my God.
Wow.
Yeah, they're incredible fragrant. Then
Oh
from
my
Denisoniana, they created this one, Golden Dubon, which they smell like oranges. So this one also blooms 3 times a year.
Wow.
So that's the type of Vandas that I like. It's fragrant, they bloom a lot, and different colors.
Okay. I'm not gonna be the orchid thief, but can we buy one from?
We'll have more at the next show.
Next show where?
Vero Beach. Vero Beach.
Vero Beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna do the best to be at Vero, and perhaps we can go in the ocean.
It's going to be
close to.
Saturday and Sunday, April 27th and the 28th.
Yeah, the end of the month. Yeah.
Great.
End of the month.
We will be.
Yeah, we'll have
giving
more
the
because I
information.
sold out. I sold out on those. They're like they sell fast.
Well, I'm gonna insist. I'm gonna be a pain. So this is the last day of the show. We are here now, and you're gonna take this, and you're not gonna make money on it.
I keep it home.
I tried. All right, now. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Okay.
much.
Thanks.
See you guys.
All right. Hey guys, here we are at the Orchid Den.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Orchid Den. We're at the Port St Lucie Orchid Society show. It's always a great show. I think this is their second year at this facility here, and we have done amazing. We've done lots of education, sold lots of plants. There's been many awards giving out. They're giving them out right now. So it's always a good time here.
Awesome. And I noticed you have a new banner.
I have a new
I
banner.
love it. Beautiful. And any new plants? Anything blooming that we didn't see before?
I do have some of the Unicum hybrids. It's the Unicum by Stardust Firebird, and they're spring bloomers. Unicum is part of the Dendrobium section of Dendrobium. I've got actually a couple that have busted open. I've staked them up for great presentation, easy to grow. You'll get new growths. It'll go deciduous in the winter and flower in the spring.
Very nice.
But
Beautiful.
great orange color, like some maroon, wine-colored veining in the lip.
I see.
And so I personally grow them in sphagnum moss. All of my Dendrobium section dendrobiums, I try to grow in sphagnum just because they'll grow longer canes in the sphagnum. And then you have plenty of moisture in the sphagnum to create nice big flowers, because remember, flowers are mostly water.
Right.
So you want to get lots of water in
Any
there.
size potting sphagnum moss.
Yep.
Okay.
The same with the anosmum. Anosmum, Piardii, Aphyllum, Parishii, they're all in the Dendrobium section. Nobly, Dendrobium nobly is in the section Dendrobium as well. But most of them are fragrant. I mean, like raspberry.
Yeah.
Raspberry, guys, it's so good. Very easy to grow, and you can grow them in different climates. They do need that drop in temperature to go deciduous and then flower in the spring, but they're easy to grow. A lot of times you can buy them at the spring shows. They only flower in the spring. But yeah, I mean, and then later down the road on the old canes, you might get VICKY'S. You can use those to barter and trade with your friends. But they make so many different there's so many colored varieties of anosmum.
I know.
There's typical, there's semi-alba, there's alba, there's touch of class, there's, all different colorizations. There's some ceruleas as well.
Nice.
Fun stuff.
Smell delicious.
Yeah. And the canes get nice and long, so it just looks like a waterfall of flowers.
I know.
Yep.
I know. It looks beautiful.
I had some of these.
Beautiful. Look at this.
That's another fragrant orchid. That's Phalaenopsis japonica. Really, really nice flower on those. It's more of a petite Phalaenopsis, more of more novelty.
I was going to say this is part of the novelty Phalaenopsis. Okay.
But there's a little bit more rare. You don't see those too often. I love dendrobiums. Some really cool dendrobiums are the Australian type dendrobiums. One, they're fragrant. Two, they're pretty hardy. They're easy to grow. And this is a hybrid, that's Hamana Smile. This is a hybrid of Speciosum and Kingianum, but the interesting part is it has Dendrobium phalaenopsis or bigamum in there, and a little bit of Canaliculatum, which is a spatulata or antelope type.
Wow.
So
yeah, you can see everything, I guess.
Yeah, definitely more Speciosum and Kingianum than anything though. So
Very
these are going to be
nice.
hardy. They can get down into the low, like 50s, and sometimes even in like the upper 40s.
40s, wow.
Yeah, so very hardy. They're going to be more compact because of the Kingianum. Speciosum gets a pretty large, but not large like the tall antelope types.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
We had some big scriptums, and one more cool thing. We'll go around here, and I'll show you something really cool and new. Grammatophyllum scriptum, and these guys are just still opening, not quite fully open yet. But this is scriptum, but a dwarfed variety of scriptum. You know, scriptum gets really, really tall,
right.
but these guys stay about 8 to 10 inches. And it's two different varieties, small by super bloomer. So these are actually going to flower a few times a year compared to just one time a year.
For those of you with limited space, this is a perfect plant.
Yeah, if you don't have enough space for the big scriptums, now you got space for a small scriptum.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
But it's still kind of like that leopard variety.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And something, is this the one that you were going to divide at one point?
Yeah, I
Orchids in
have
Bloom?
some of these. I'm still growing into pots, but it's, smell that.
I know.
It's just like, man, it's so good. It's got the flaring on the petals, but it's a Walkeriana hybrid. And unlike Walkeriana, it flowers out of the green sheath. So as soon as you grow this new growth, while it's still green and sheath, it throws out flowers. So you'll have multiple flowerings a year on these larger plants because they keep splitting and splitting and splitting. They grow like crazy.
This is
The cow, Flamia inami.
Beautiful.
Yep.
So you're still in the process of dividing them.
I'm in the process of getting all the divisions established into their new pots.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And something was catching my eye here. This is beautiful. Look at that purple lip.
Yeah.
Could we say purple or blue?
I would say cerulean is the proper
There you
term,
go.
but
There you go.
purple, blue. It actually just opened this morning, so it's still going to relax and flex its arms and spread out and mature over the next few days. But these are another one that as soon as you get new growth, while it's still in green sheath, it's going to send out flowers. And I'll show you with this guy here. While it's still in green sheath, you can see the flowers starting to come out right in here. So you have to be careful with these when you water because it will hold water and rot out those new flowers.
Okay.
And that can lead to fungal issues. So another good reason, as always, to spray with systemic fungicide, insecticide, and everything to help prevent some of those issues as well.
So these are going to be, it's a good idea to mount them. Mount them and kind of put them on the side.
Tilt it, and then they'll kind of still grow out at an angle and not hold as much water compared to having them straight up and down if you stake them or whatever in a pot.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Great idea.
Awesome. Vicky, isn't this beautiful?
It's beautiful.
I'm just saying. Anyway, thank you so much, Josh.
You're welcome, man.
Nice
Good to see
seeing
you guys.
again.
Thanks for coming out, covering the
problem.
shows.
Yeah.
We love you guys like crazy.
Next show for you?
Next show, we are on Florida West Coast in Spring Hill, Florida, Nature Coast Orchid Society.
We'll see you next weekend.
Yep. And then the following weekend is back down this way, Vero Beach.
We have to do that.
Yeah.
Right, boss?
Yep. That's always a beautiful show. Outside, under the oaks. Nice, beautiful place.
Nice.
Yeah.
By the way, the Bonnet House was beautiful.
Awesome.
Beautiful. But we'll see you next weekend and the following weekend.
That's right.
Thank you. This is the Orchid Den pottery. Beautiful pots and mounting pieces.
Here I am. Here I am.
And you match.
I sure do.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is actually a really nice dendrobium called Dendrobium Sherry Abe, and one of the parents is Spectabile.
Oh.
So this is a Spectabile hybrid, and it's a Latori type den. It grows like crazy. It flowers really nice. But this is a really nice flowered plant.
Yeah.
Another Latori den, Dendrobium Little Atro, very well grown. Of course, as you can see, it won Best Dendrobium Alliance. In judging, I think it also got pulled for AOS nomination.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if it got awarded or not. We'll find out later. They have a beautiful array of some multifloral Paphiopedilums. Great job to these growers over here and these guys as well.
These belong to the members of the society?
Yeah, these are all individual judging, which is separate than the displays.
Okay.
So your displays will be put in by other societies, local societies, and vendors, and then you'll have individual plant displays at other member discretion and stuff like that.
Wow.
Another really cool plant that is really nice. We have some beautiful Cattleyas, of course.
Yes, look at the size of this one. Whew.
Yep.
That's a big one.
And this one is really nice. I think that won Best Cattleya Alliance. And it's mounted on just a piece of cork. So you can still grow very nice flowering plants mounted as well. This is a beautiful Laelia anceps hybrid.
That's beautiful. What a beautiful color.
Aurantiglossa. So it's probably not an anceps hybrid. It's probably Aurantiaca by Amethystoglossa, which kind of makes it look like anceps. Laelia anceps.
So let me ask you something. Anceps, because I see the Dendrobium anceps that looks almost like a cactus to me.
Yeah, and it's very pendulous and has like lots of different offshoots.
Right. So when it comes to a Cattleya anceps, elaborate on that.
So most of the time when you have multiple Latin species, it's named after someone's last name, the person who found it in situation or in situ out in nature, and stuff like that. So you have Dendrobium anceps, Laelia anceps, you have a few different Spectabile, I believe, because Spectabile is like spectacular, you know, and stuff like that. So there are a lot of named species from the person that actually found them and discovered them in nature. And you'll have different genus with the same species name, but, you know, and it's kind of confusing, but it's after the person that discovered them.
That's amazing how a name with another name and another
One of my
name.
favorite, of course, this is in the Spatulata antelope section of Dendrobium, and this is the Brumfeldii variety of discolor. It's got those really curly petals, but this is almost like an alba form of discolor, but for some reason they didn't call it a variety alba, they called it variety Brumfeldii, after Brumfeld, I think, was their last name. So we're going back into the, you know, the naming of species and stuff like that, or different varieties from someone's last name.
This color is just spectacular also.
Yeah. No, the normal color for this color is like a yellowish orange with some like darker orange striping on it. But it still has those little kind of curly Q, wavy, almost ribboned texture in the petals.
And right here you can see like the little lines.
You can see, we call those keels, like on the keel of a sailboat.
Mm-hmm.
So they're raised keels in the labellum.
I'd like to get to the anatomy of an orchid plant. That would be a nice, right?
And it's really basic. It's really basic. Of course, we'll have to do it with like a much larger flower, like a Cattleya.
That would be another video.
We'll do that in another video. Stay tuned, guys. Make sure you like and hit that subscribe button so you know when we come out with that one.
Yes, that would be very interesting to know.
Another really, really great, this is a well-grown species. It's got really nice big fat canes, is Ancelia africana.
We got it.
And we have that one, right?
Yeah, we got the species. Is this the hybrid?
No, this is the species. Yep. And these guys, they're really easy to grow. I've got a few in my personal collection. They're really easy to grow. They bloom religiously, like every single year. Really nice flower. It reminds me of like Dromatophyllum speciosum, but you don't have to wait 10 years for it to flower, and it's a little bit more compact in size, not as tall as well. Very beautiful Cattleya Walker. I think it's like a Walkeriana hybrid, but it's a darker color.
They must be very proud of their plants.
Oh yeah,
that's really nice.
This is bragging rights right here.
Yes, of course.
And then of course, the great Dendrobium monosmum.
And I love how it just hangs like that.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a waterfall of flowers, and the smell is just, if we had smell-o-vision, guys, it would smell so amazing. It's almost like raspberry kind of bubblegum smell to it.
I really like the way that it just hangs down. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
These are pretty big sizes of plants, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, these are all really well-grown plants, larger plants, not your typical plants that you would just buy a small version of at an orchid show or everything. So these are all like growers and specimen-sized plants, and just beautifully grown. You know, a lot of them have been nominated for AOS judging, and so in order for the AOS judges to pull it for judging, they got to see something that's kind of spectacular, whether it be flower form or just a large grown cultivated plant.
Nice. Very nice. I'm happy that people are proud of their babies.
I have the president too when you're ready.
All right, guys, so that's a rundown of the individual judging table. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you
and soon,
again.
right?
Thank you once again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're awesome. We'll see you next weekend.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you. Yes. I try to go a half inch.
So this is about the size of our plant.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's big.
Yep.
Here we have. She's busy right now, but Florida Orchid House. It seems that all the vendors did really, really well here. We're so happy. yeah, they don't have to take much home. This is great. Don't we have this one?
We have that one,
Yes.
but this is what we got from Tan at the Bonnet House yesterday.
Yes.
However, it's the small flower. Look at the size of this one,
Yes.
right? Isn't
Yes.
that beautiful?
Yes.
The dolly in steroids, I think.
And look at this. I swear it really does look like a butterfly.
Right. Papillion on this. So going back to this, this is, and this is this. Anna. That was my grandmother's name, my sister's name.
Sorry, I was trying to make it get cleaner.
This is, I don't know. Go think about it.
How was it?
Go think about it. We have spent a lot of money this weekend, and it's not over.
How many more shows do we have?
What are you talking about? It depends. You know, like this year, this month, it's still a lot.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We have Nick. We have a certificate.
Hello there, guys.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
We got this for our Mimi Palmer in our display over there.
Oh, okay, nice. Congratulations. This is the first time here, you were telling
My
me.
first time doing the Port St Lucie
This
Orchid
show.
Show.
Nice.
Last year my mom was here.
All right.
Congratulations. She's proud of you.
Yes,
We're all proud of
we're all proud of you.
We've got the Vanda Pinky over here. These are very fragrant. They bloom once a year, and it's been a hot seller today and yesterday.
Oh, it's pretty. And the color. Oh, I love it. I love it. You have anything new, exciting aside from that one?
Another one that I like is Ratsuma Spot.
That's a cutie patootie. That's a pretty plant.
One of my all-time favorites is the Hawaiian Prominence, and of course we sold out.
Well, congratulations, you sold out
Yeah.
on that.
Another good one is the George King. It blooms 2 to 3 times a year. It's very fragrant.
Wow. Yes, such a pretty color. Very pretty
There is
color.
a George King and there is a King George.
Oh,
Yep.
very pretty. And this one's really cute.
Yeah.
Pretty, pretty. Very nice. I think you sold a lot.
I've even had to put some of my samples under the table because people have been
Oh.
wanting to buy them.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta see that. Is that a stash?
Yeah, I gotta hide them.
Those are the sample plants.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have to hide them.
Yeah, I put 200 on some of them. People were still trying to buy them.
Oh, wow. I mean, you don't normally see them,
Yeah.
you know?
I wish I had more in flower, but that's all we got right now.
Okay.
This is a beauty here.
That is.
Very unique. And of course, we have Amazing Thailand, the classic.
Yep. Nice.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Very nice that this is your first show here, and look at this. You don't have much to take back.
I saw you on TV all the time.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, from the shows and Facebook.
We do Vicky's Lights.
Don't mind.
Your name is?
Racita você juro.
Ooh,
Rosita Bocejo.
I see her at all the shows.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Haiti?
Yes, I'm from Haiti.
All right.
Yes.
A few people watch us from Haiti.
Yes.
All over the world. But
Yes.
Yes, I always see both of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you, to meet you in person.
Thank you. Likewise. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I'm happy for you in your new show and that you did well. You don't have to take much home.
Right. I know you guys went and saw Thomas at Bonnet House. You
Yes.
saw my mom.
Yes,
So
yes.
you guys did a lot of traveling.
We sure did. We're all over the place.
Yep.
We're all over. Where are you going next?
Next weekend, we'll be in Spring Hill for the Nature Coast Orchid Society.
we'll be there.
We will see you there too.
Let's go.
We shall see you there as well.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick.
Of course. It was
Always
nice to see you guys.
Thank you. Take care. We have Rachel.
Hello.
Please tell me about your booth, your company.
Okay, well, this is Jim and I Orchids. We're a backyard company down in Homestead. Jim and Milana Davison are my parents. They are both American Orchid Society judges. Mom is super involved in the Coral Gables Orchid Society. We grow things here in Florida that we have selected from certain, sources. And all are like American grown or made here in America and grown in our backyard in Florida. So everything is already acclimated and ready to go for the Florida weather.
And do you ship?
We do ship. I have a website and I have a Instagram account. You can find us at jimandIorchids.com. We don't do cards. I do plant tags.
Here we go. That works just the same.
Best way to get a hold of us is through the email or the Instagram.
Awesome.
And you ship here in the U.S.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, because we bought this product, we met these people, this couple, wonderful couple.
Sarah and Miguel, love
we
them.
met them at the Miami International Orchid Show, and they had a booth, and then she mentioned that she wanted to go wholesale. So, I'm so happy that they found great vendors. And this is a great product.
Yes,
okay?
it's
This is a great
amazing.
product.
I met Sarah Miguel at Tamiami. Also, my booth was right across from them.
Oh, okay.
And so we got to know each other from them, and they spent a lot of time perfecting this booth. And the 6-inch ones should be coming out soon. So
good.
That's something
Very
we
good.
didn't know.
We have to cover that one now too.
Sarah, people's in the loop.
I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, I didn't leak a secret.
But yeah, this is a wonderful product. We bought the one at the Miami International Show.
Yeah, I actually just put the other ones away. I have all 4 colors. I am a vendor for her, so you can get them through me also.
Good to know because we bought 5 more at the Wellington show.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have them if you need them as well.
Product, guys, if you haven't seen it, this is awesome, okay? Durable, it comes with the hanger, reasonable price, great quality, okay? Can you highlight any plant, anything
that we grow?
Is a good seller.
Okay, so we like to grow things that are different. We don't like to do what everybody else has. So we grow a lot of bobos. I don't have any blooming now, but you can see from the picture, these are a very unique plant. Unlike any other orchid, they need a lot of water and they smell horrible. So they look awesome, but their pollinators are moths and bees, moths and flies, so they have to attract their pollinator. They're a low light plant, high water plant. We have a multitude of varieties for them. They are very interesting and cool and something different.
Autumnals.
If you're looking, those are bulbophyllums.
Look how beautiful that one looks here.
That is beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. And where are you going to be next?
Next, we're at Nature Coast.
All
We'll
right.
see you there.
We will
So
see you
pretty
there.
much all of you are going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Nice.
personally won't be there, but mom and dad will. So.
Oh, awesome. We'll see Mom again.
Yes, I get a free weekend.
It was
Thanks so
nice
much,
meeting you,
okay?
and thank
Nice
you so
meeting you
much.
too, thank you.
Thank you. Koki moss, house plants, kokedama, and macrame.
So Gabi was in Apopka and the husband is down here, and this is the booth. And like we said, everybody's picking up. They want to go home. It's been a long weekend, very nice weekend. They sold a lot of stuff, and yeah, all is wonderful. Like we said before, they have these wooden holders, mounds, and we also told you about she's doing these, the coconut orchid and the kokedama style, and it's beautiful. So, yep, all is good. Thank you so much.
Okay, I appreciate
We'll
it.
see you again. We'll see you next weekend. All right.
Okay.
The vendors are picking up. We have to rush. We're hungry too. But before we go, we have the president of this wonderful society. Thank you so much for letting us video your event.
No problem.
Tell us your name.
John Erickson.
Excellent. And how long? We were talking to the young lady, the 94-year-old lady. That she was the
Barbara,
founder.
Barbara.
Yeah, yeah, so beautiful. But since when have you been the president? And
Since January of 2023.
2023.
16 months.
Okay. All right. And you see the shows getting better and
Oh,
better.
absolutely, absolutely. We used to be in the Civic Center years ago, and then, you know, they rented that out on full time for churches and so forth, so we couldn't get in there on Saturday and Sunday. So then we went to the Botanical Garden, and we were there for 2 or 3 years. But then they had construction 2 years ago, and we couldn't get that. So we were lucky enough to get this place last year, and it was fairly successful. But this year's been very successful because people know that we've moved. They were here with us last year, and they come back and bring friends and so forth. So this has been a much better show than in the past.
Great, congratulations. Do you see more young people coming to these shows and getting into the orchid business?
Well,
or
for
collection?
us, it's a little bit difficult because our meetings are on the third Monday of the month at noontime.
Okay.
So people are employed. So most of our people are older, retired people and so forth.
Right.
So younger, we'd like to get them. If we held our meetings like Saturday at 7 p.m. or something, we'd probably get more.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'm
No.
retired myself. But anyway, it's good when they come to the shows and they start buying orchids and stuff. But we thank you again. This was a great show. We know most of the vendors, and we'll see them again in next weekend's show.
And like Andrea said, she's been working on this for a year. And she's like the bunny, you know, the Energizer bunny. She just never runs down, and she's constantly on the go doing something.
She's like Pam Waters from Orchids in Bloom.
Yeah,
She
right.
is like going and going and going.
And we had Pam as one of our visiting vendors at one of our meetings, and she told us about her new inorganic medium that she's transferring to all of her plants. And we got that formula, and now we're transferring all of our plants that are in the orchid room, 350 of them, to that medium. Inorganic, never rot, never have to repot unless it's growing outside of the pot.
Nice. Excellent.
Save us a lot of money.
All right.
And time.
All right. Thanks
Okay.
again.
Sure
and
thing.
hopefully we'll see you again.
Absolutely. Next year, about the same time.
Thanks.
Okay, thank
This
you.
is VICKY'S Lights. I'll give you a card.
Okay.
Check out the channel. This video is going to come out maybe next Monday.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
This was another wonderful show.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And pardon us, but the other microphone ran out of battery, so we have to like... Anyway, thank you so much, guys.
Yes.
This was a wonderful weekend, okay? A lot of material, a lot of content.
A lot.
From Apopka to the Bonnet House to Fort St Lucie.
We're all over the
It's
place.
been awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your support, all the comments. Please subscribe.
Yes. Thank you, all subscribers. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. Also, leave a like, a comment, click that little bell. It'll always remind you every time that we have a new video. And just remember, we have more content coming.
A lot more.
A lot more.
Thank you to all the viewers that
Yes.
we ran into this weekend, from Apopka to the Bonnet House to here.
Yes.
It's been everywhere we go is Vicky's likes, Vicky's likes. You guys are doing a great job.
Yes.
We thank you all and we love you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, this is just, oh my gosh.
We have to go, Vicky.
Oh, bye.